let's get right into it. If you've ever dreamt of running your own powerful AI assistant, but got completely stuck looking at complex command lines and technical jargon, well, this is for you. We're going to take a look at a desktop app that promises to make the whole thing simple.
And right there, that's the entire pitch. It's bold, it's direct, and it speaks to a very real pain point, doesn't it? It's for anyone who's ever felt that headache of just trying to get powerful open source software up and running.
So, that is the big question. Is it really that easy? By the end of this explainer, I promise you'll know exactly what this app does, how it works, and you'll be able to decide if it's the right choice for you, especially compared to their much more expensive managed service. So here's the plan. We'll start with that core promise, dig into what the app actually does, walk through the install process, cover security, which is super important, and then compare the app to the managed service before telling you how to get your hands on it. Okay, let's kick things off with that headline offer. We're not talking about a subscription or some complicated pricing model. This is all about a simple, one-time purchase to get you set up on your own computer. So here's the most important thing to grasp. This is a real, native piece of software for your Mac or your PC. Its entire reason for existing is to replace that black box of the command line with a friendly, guided, graphical experience. The claim is no technical knowledge required, and honestly, they really seem to mean it. And that 70 quid, it's a one-off. You buy it once and you own it. No monthly fees, no subscriptions. And what's really cool is that all future updates to the app are included. So you're not going to be left behind when they add new features or security patches. Okay, so a one-click promise sounds great. But what are you actually getting for your money? Let's break down the features, because this is the real proof behind that whole no technical knowledge claim. First up, the heart of the app, the guided setup wizard. This thing automates everything. It checks if your system is ready, it asks for your API keys in a simple form, it handles connecting to your chat apps. It basically takes what would be a complex technical course and turns it into a simple step-by-step flow. Next up, model management. So instead of messing around in complicated text files, you get this really clean dashboard. From there, you can configure which AI models you want to use, say from OpenAI or Anthropic, and you can even add new custom ones with, you guessed it, a single click. Now, this is where it gets really clever. Connecting your AI to a messaging app can be a total nightmare of authentication tokens and webhooks. This app just simplifies it down to scanning a QR code with your phone. It's just a surprisingly smart solution to a very technical problem. And the app's usefulness doesn't stop after setup. It basically becomes your mission control. You get a dashboard to see how your AI assistant is doing, you can restart it with one click if you need to, manage backups, and even add or remove new skills, all without ever having to touch a single line of code. So we've seen what it does, but how simple is it to get the app itself up and running? Let's actually walk through the installation process, because this really builds on that promise of simplicity. For anyone on a Mac, this is going to look incredibly familiar. After you buy, you get an email with a link to a DMG file. You open it up, you drag the app icon over to your applications folder, and that's literally it. You launch it, and the friendly wizard takes over from there. And for Windows users, it's the exact same standard, trusted process. You download an exe installer file from your email, you run it, you click through the normal Windows install prompts, and then you launch the app to start the setup wizard. No curveballs, no tricks. All right, let's talk about something really important. We're talking about an app that you install on your own machine, an app you give your private API keys to. So what's the deal with security and trust? First, the basics. You can see the system requirements are pretty standard for any modern computer. And you'll notice it says extras. Now, it does need something called Node.js to work. But get this, if you don't have it, the app can just auto-install it for you. Again, it's just removing another one of those technical hurdles. Now, this is a brilliant illustration of their commitment to trust. The app is digitally signed on both Windows and Mac, and it's even notarized by Apple. What that means in plain English is you won't get those scary unknown publisher or this app can't be opened warnings. Your computer already trusts the software. This one is huge. Zero telemetry. That means the app doesn't collect any data on how you use it. It's not tracking your clicks, it's not monitoring what you do, and it's not phoning home with usage stats. It just sits on your computer and does its job. And that brings us to the most critical point on privacy. Your data, your conversations with the AI, and your API keys, they never pass through SetupClaw's servers. The calls to the AI model go directly from your machine to, say, OpenAI. SetupClaw is never in the middle of that conversation.
And this quote from their site just sums it all up perfectly. The absolute easiest way to protect user data is to simply not collect it in the first place. It's a privacy-first approach that's baked right into the app's design.
Okay, so this brings us to the key decision point. You've got the 70 quid app and you've got the 770 quid managed service. They both get you to the same end result. So who picks which one?
Here's the breakdown, and it's pretty clear. The app is perfect for individuals, the tinkerers, the founders, the technically curious, who are happy to follow a wizard and manage it themselves. The managed service is for businesses and teams who just want it all done for them by experts, complete with that intensive hypercare support through a private Slack channel. It's really the difference between being handed the toolbox and hiring the whole construction crew.
So if you've been listening and you think that having the toolbox to do it yourself is the right path for you, then the next step is incredibly simple. And there you have it. For a one-time payment of £70, you can get the app and have your very own private, powerful AI assistant up and running in minutes without ever having to touch a terminal. It's all waiting for you at setupclaw.uk/app. The only question left is, what are you going to build with it?